what they do. I'm Asante Tay. Y'all already know. Y'all tuned in right here to Tay Tay Loudmouth. And my guest today, y'all know it's them boys from Stock Street University. Stock Street was good.
What's happening?
What's
What's good? What's
up?
good?
Hey everybody, welcome to my segment today.
Yeah, good to have. Thank you for having
Pleasure.
us.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.
We gotta go around and let everybody know, who you are individually, and if you want to throw up where you from, if you from Orlando or if you New York somewhere, you can throw that up too. Let's start with you, Q. Let the people know where you from.
Oh well, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Recently located in Georgia. But I'm a Brooklynite to the death of me. But my name is Q Sylvester. 130 that I heard from Stockton University. Long-term dividend value investor. Uh, that's just me.
All right, go ahead, Jay Wise.
You already know I'm home based here in Orlando. Right off of Texas Ave.
Texas, Florida.
right in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm also a long-term investor, options trader, and educator as well.
All right, Marley.
Well, they call me Molly the Bear, really from Brooklyn, New York, by way of
Wow.
Orlando. South Chase, one time for the suburbs. One time for the suburbs.
Okay. Yeah, South Chase, live it up.
By way of Atlanta now. They call me Molly the Bear because I like to make money on the downside.
Okay, downside.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Meaning
y'all
that
tell me about how y'all make money. Like, tell me what is Stock Street University? Who want to take this one first to tell me what it is?
I mean, in short, Stock Street University is simply it's a community, right? It's a family. It's an organization that was developed around the concept of developing a safe space where people can come to learn about financial literacy through ways of investing, right? To become more economically successful and economically aware. So, we have courses, we have the community, and we talk about different forms of investing and trading from options.
Yeah, so we touch on options trading,
Okay.
different strategies. We talk about compound interest, and a multitude of different strategies someone can implement in their trading. So, um, yeah, man, and it's very powerful, especially for people in our community to participate in the market.
Okay.
Um,
So I heard about like trading before, because again, I mean, in the schools and coming from the hood where we come from, it's not a lot of people just walking up the sidewalk. Hey, come learn about trading. So
right.
like you just hear about it. It just depends on what kind of environment that you put yourself in and the people you're around. So what make y'all different from like other trading groups? How is this for me, for the people?
I could touch on that. So
Okay.
first and foremost, our community is not a get rich quick community.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure a lot of people are used to people's like, oh, I'm gonna show you how to flip $50 into 50,000. I'm gonna show you how to get rich off crypto. I'm gonna show you. That's not the type of community that we have, right? So
Okay.
our community focused a lot on education, right? The more you know, the more powerful you are with the way that you implement your strategies. So yeah, that's just one thing. So Molly, you want to touch on?
Um, what pretty much makes us stand out? That was the question, correct? Just want to make
Yeah.
sure I heard that. All right. I think what makes us stand out is that we all have different backgrounds when it comes to investing. For instance, I'm more of the day trader out of the three. I come from a background of scalping and technical analysis. That's my strong point. Then you have Jay Wise, who is really dope as far as fundamental trader and also swing trader. And then you got Q, who is long-term dividend strategy. So you got, the best of all worlds when it comes to, stock investing, long-term, mid-term, and short-term. So that's slow money, medium money, and also fast money, kind of combined. And then we all have our own journeys,
Yeah.
collectively, because it's funny that you mentioned that I was actually introduced about stocks in the hood. To be honest with you, I was in Pine Hills actually. I was actually for as a manager for a company out there, and I hired for as someone to go ahead and be a part of the company at that time. And you know, when you're the manager of a company, more than likely you always have like the dope car. You know what I'm saying, in the parking lot. But this person I just hired had a better car than me, and that was just kind of fathom to me. That normally never happens. And I asked him how he got that car because he had BMW, and he told me it was from stock investing. And from that conversation, I was able to ask him questions, and he actually introduced stock investing to me. And that was way back in like 2015, 2014, around that time. So I've never, and I've been to college, I got my associate's degree, GPA great in high school. Never, not one, have I ever been introduced about stocks until that day. And that was at a weird place. It's funny that you mentioned that.
Yeah, because I mean, that's just being real about it and just being honest. Because again, like nobody is talking about stock standing at the corner store, and then
Mm.
a drug dealer not gonna stop you and talk to you about the stock. So I just want to know, like, what would make y'all different, and if it's like for the community or if it's for the people, if that's what y'all geared towards or that's y'all target audience. I know it say 18 and up, but like if the children are the future, like our young people, the future, how can y'all touch and tap into them and teach them and let them know hear the word
It,
stop before they leave middle school and high school? They can learn about it then, opposed to teaching somebody just 18 and up and charging them a fee.
that's all facts right there. And actually, this is why it's important that whenever people are introduced to stocks and they learn about it, to teach your kids about it. Kids are never, if a kid can navigate an iPad, you know what I'm saying? An
Mhm.
iPad. Remember, iPad has to deal with it's kind of like mini coding, you know what I'm saying? In a sense, you can teach them about stock investing. I had my daughter yesterday. I don't know if y'all follow me as far as on Instagram. Y'all would see I had her working on stock investing stuff yesterday. And she's 11, but I've introduced it to her since she was right around 9 years old, for about 2 years. And you want to
Mhm.
instill, talk about what it is to grow money, because kids want to buy things. And I tell my daughter, hey, the only way in order to go ahead and create, funds to go ahead and buy things, you either have to work or create a business. That's how it is. And she's like, okay, how do I invest? And I told her, broke it down from layman's terms, from very basics. And you don't have to teach them like our course for kids and adults are totally different. Kids just need to
Okay.
know the very basics of it.
So y'all do have a Stock Street University for children, for youth,
Yep.
and y'all don't charge them to jump in, or do y'all? How that work?
Not for the children. No, we don't charge the
Not for the
children.
children.
Now we charging the kids. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, 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 'cause I don't want y'all to be saying stuff to sound good on radio. Like I want y'all to
Nah.
be
Oh
honest
no,
with me. That's why I'm honest. That's why I'm asking y'all what's real. Like, okay,
our
this.
kids' content is free. We don't charge for kids.
Yeah. And
So
it's
how many kids y'all done had in Stock Street University so far?
we could say maybe like over 50,
Okay.
over
Yeah,
50 kids. Yeah.
yeah. I want
Is
to.
it something
Yeah,
that they stick to when they leave? I mean, not leave Stock Street University, but as they graduate and keep going on and become adults and young adults, is it something they sticking with, or y'all see them just fall by the wayside? What y'all seeing?
No. I've
It
seen
really
I've seen
depends on the parents, to
yeah,
be honest.
That's it.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Put it back at home. Put the ball back in their court. Hey, it's at home. That's on
Yeah. If
them.
the
But
That
parents,
ain't
if
on
the
us.
education
parents,
though,
yeah.
education
So
though, it should
okay,
never
so
go away.
it's stocks, it's investing. What y'all are y'all trying to create? Like, are y'all trying to recreate like a mini Wall Street, like Black Wall Street? Like, tell me. I want to know more.
Yeah, so I think the primary thing is that we're trying to focus on financial literacy. So when we look at the Pew Research data that shows the numbers of Black people who's involved in the stock market versus what we're seeing, our white counterparts or our brown counterparts, we're at the bottom of the totem pole. So what we want to do is create a platform where people who look like us could teach us how to invest money, right?
Okay.
So, and one thing that we already know, and we kind of briefly touched on, is that when you go to school, you're never taught financial literacy. You're not taught
Never.
financial, personal finance. You're not taught sales, which is very important, right? And what's so interesting is when you look at, and we all know who was valedictorian in our schools, right?
Right.
For some reason, they never amount to being very successful. Even though they have a lot of A's and all that stuff, they never amount to being very successful. The people who ends up being successful, now this is from the research, right? This is from data. If somebody want to hit me up and say, man, let me see the facts, I'll send it to you, right? The people who end up being more successful are C students. That's what the data suggests, right? It's
Who
C
data?
students.
Who data that is?
Pew research. That's Pew research. Okay. So and the reason that being is because I guess the C students aren't being formatted to only do the work and turn it in, do the work, turn it in. So they're already programmed to think differently. So a C student already knows struggle. So in comparison to an A student, they don't really know how the struggle is. Although, they put in a lot of time to get those grades and stuff like that. But with a C student, from what they're saying is they think differently. They're more out of the box when it comes to solving problems. And that's why we've seen people like Steve Jobs, who dropped out of college. Bill Gates dropped out of college. These people are billionaires. Mark Zuckerberg, he went to one of those highly acclaimed universities, but he that's not what helped him to develop Facebook. So a lot of these people who are being extremely successful were never like valedictorian or anything like that. So what we want to do is just make sure that our people are learning these financial skills, because it's not really that difficult. Once you learn it, you're going to see a whole new world open up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they touch on the basics of the barter system, right? In the history. But when you look at the world around us, the day-to-day skills that you need to survive in this world, the economic comprehension, you don't get that. And for us, it's one of those things where we got tired of the blame game, right? The system is designed. Look, the system is there. The information is now accessible, right? Learn the information. So now we want to make sure that people have that information. So it's no longer a blame game. Now, the only person you can blame is yourself, right? Because now you live to learn how the system works, how to play the game to win, right? You played Monopoly growing up, right? Concepts of Monopoly are reality, right? You played the game of life growing up. The concepts of the game of life is reality, right? You just have to apply it to reality. So, that's what we want to be able to do, is convert that for people so that they can understand it and they can regurgitate it or, execute it to their best and most efficient manner to be successful for themselves. We don't want to tell anybody, look, you're going to be a millionaire overnight. This is not one of those things, right? But you will learn how to be more economically sustainable and financially literate to managing your funds and generating money and securing your money, not just generating the money, but learning how to secure the money, right? A lot of people say, I want to be a millionaire. They get the money, they blow the money. You ain't got money.
Yeah.
Right? You got to be able to understand how that works and how to create the wealth, how to sustain the wealth and protect the wealth. And that's just one of the things that we're big about.
Okay, now I get it. Now you all, it's come to a full circle for me, like an overview. It's not just stocks. It's not just forex. It's about helping me financially as an individual move forward in life successfully to attain more wealth. And
Big fact.
Yeah.
So I get it. I'll
Well
pull up
said.
on y'all. If I was, I'll pull up on y'all and see if y'all keep it
Appreciate
real with
that.
me. Y'all speak my language. Y'all talk like I talk. Y'all look like I look. I definitely pull up. Y'all tell my listeners how they can pull up and join Stock University or tap in.
I mean, y'all can check us out, www.stockstreetuniversity.com, or you can check us out on social media, Stock Street University, and you tap in with us. The community is accessible. We have a class coming up on Saturday the 26th. You know, we have the youth class we have another youth class coming up on March 6th. So, you know, we're ahead. I mean, we're ahead. You know, Stock Street University. Yes.
And we do have a portion to, we have a Discord that you can join that is free, right? And we have free events all the time, just talking about financial literacy, talking about different strategies. We always cover 3 main strategies when it comes to investing. The first
got free. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
Yeah, so 3 main strategies. The first is how you strategize and plan out your investments. Secondly, your money management, which is very important. So money management and risk management goes together. So that's 2. 3, we talk about emotional management, which is the hardest part to investing.
Now, understand, once you get that emotional management, it might make you a different person.
Y'all tapping into something else. Leave out that crying. Leave from the meeting crying about something. Marty, what you had on your mind real quick?
Now, I was going to say, we also do got free resources on our website as well, too. To where people, if you're just interested on hearing about stock investing, we have free resources that you can learn things from. You know what I'm saying? You know, we also have things for kids to learn things from there on our website as well, too. So we got tons of great free resources. And again, just check us out on our website or all of our social media platforms. And we also have dope reviews on our Facebook. So make sure you guys get familiar with our Facebook. And you're able to hear from not just us, hear from students and members who joined it and learned and see their success of their successful stories that they have made. You know what I'm saying? So again, the main thing about stock investing, keep in mind, this is not a sprint, this is a marathon. And what we do is build a foundation for you so you know what you're doing. That's the main thing.
All right, that's good, people. By us, for us, like us. Y'all make sure y'all check out Stock University and stay tuned with the story. And y'all make sure y'all go get those resources. That's what
appreciate you, Tay.
Resources with a capital R. Thank y'all for checking in. Y'all make sure y'all tune in every Friday. I'm on the radio at 6:30 right here on 98.